Welcome to Meet the Vegans, and this is our final Christmas special for this year.
Aww.
Yeah, I know, we gotta wait till next year now, and we are reviewing Die Hard.
Die Hard, 1988, directed by John McTiernan, starring Bruce Willis, Alan Rickman, Bonnie Bedeilia, Reginald VelJohnson, Paul Gleason, William Atherton, James Shigeta, Alexander Godunov, and Dwayne White.
John McClane is making his way to LA to see his family and to try and rekindle his marriage over the holidays. Whilst McClane freshens up in the bathroom of his wife's office, German terrorists take control of the Nakatomi Plaza.
McClane must now save his wife and the 30 hostages from the grasp of Hans Gruber.
So Die Hard, many people do not class this as a Christmas movie.
I do.
It is a Christmas movie.
Well, it's at Christmas.
It's at Christmas.
To me, if it's at Christmas,
it's a Christmas movie.
If it's set in summer, it's a summer movie.
Exactly.
If it's about families, it's a family movie.
Exactly.
The Conjuring, Jaws, family movies.
Exactly. PGs.
Jaws definitely was PG.
So, McClane's on a plane. Absolutely shit.
McClane's on a plane.
McClane's on a plane.
The
That's
sequel
right.
to Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah.
McClane's on a plane. Well, that doesn't happen until the second Die Hard.
No. Absolutely bricking himself about flying, isn't he? And gets like the weirdest advice in the world when he gets to his hotel room. Take your shoes and socks off. Make your feet in the feet.
Make your fist. Make fists with your feet.
Yeah.
Sounds crazy, doesn't it? But it works.
Yeah. So McClane gets to Nakatomi Plaza, finds out that basically his wife has changed her surname back to her maiden name. Pissed off.
Yeah.
Yeah, or what? So, doesn't want to start an argument. Does start an argument.
Just yet.
Yeah.
Lets the people get out of the room.
Yeah, that's about it, doesn't it? Then the German terrorists, even though they're not really terrorists, they're just robbers. They're not terrorists.
They're exceptionally good thieves.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
So they break in with the lead of Hans Gruber. McClane's all he's doing is having a wash, really, isn't he? He's going to the party.
He's just literally got off the plane. He's got to his wife's work.
Already started an argument.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, you bastard.
Yeah, there you go.
She storms off and he's just getting ready. He's just having a wash.
Yeah.
And taking his shoes off and doing what the guy tells him to do. Make fists with your feet on carpet. And lo and behold, it fucking works. And he loves it. Doesn't he? He's like, fucking hell, it works.
Good. So the terrorists take over. They take... It was Nakatomi, isn't it?
Yeah.
They take him away. They want the codes for the safe. Well, the vault, isn't it? The vault. Because they want the $64 million of bail bonds.
Yeah.
Bail bonds? No, it's just bonds, isn't it? Bonds. Whatever.
Not James Bond.
So, obviously, he doesn't have the code, or he says he doesn't have the code.
You couldn't just have to kill me. Be ashamed to ruin a nice suit.
So they shoot him, and this is where, obviously, McClane, his police officer instinct kicks in.
Yeah. Well, he watches it, doesn't he, from under the table?
Yeah, he does, and he drops it, and they know, they hear him, and they come out. And this is where it takes control. So, the movie... But I like what goes on in this movie, and the story behind it. It really is quality. The fact that this truly was 20th Century Fox's building... The bits where you see it being built are actually being built in the building. It was great.
Yeah.
It's actually probably one of the cheapestly made action movies that 20th Century Fox. No wonder they could pay Bruce Willis the $5 million.
And Bruce Willis' first action film.
His first action film. It was his first
serious action film.
Yeah, because he'd been in a couple of films that had flopped.
Yeah, Moonlighting as well.
He was known as a comedy TV series star.
Yeah. So there wasn't really high hopes for this film.
No, there wasn't.
Sort of come out like Bruce Willis. Moonlighting guy.
Yeah.
Really?
And that's what I like.
He's quite old in this as well.
Yeah,
he's like 30 something.
He makes an impact though. And
yeah.
It was quality.
He plays it down to earth. He plays it straight.
He brings that cheeky chappy part to the film. And that's what I like about it. He really does bring his own to this character. He's not built like Stallone, Schwarzenegger, Dolph Lundgren,
it broke the mold a lot.
Yeah,
it was just a normal, everyday man.
Doing
his job, trying to save his wife and people.
And it was great, and it was absolutely great. I mean, you've got Alan Rickman playing Hans Gruber, the European. Yeah. He couldn't do the American accent, so they made him European.
Apart from when he gets caught by Jonathan. Oh
Yeah.
God! Oh no! Don't shoot me!
You're one of them. Absolutely brilliant. But I mean, the story plays out so well. It's so comedic. I mean, some of the stunts Bruce Willis did.
Yeah.
I mean, the fire hose. He did that one, didn't he? The fire hose at the towards the end.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he jumps off, but obviously it was all staged. Obviously.
Yeah.
So we see McClane running amok in this building, taking out the German terrorists.
One by one. It's not like
one, yeah.
Stallone or fucking Schwarzenegger where he just goes in and fucking plows down 20 of them at a time. It's like one at a time, maybe two sort of
and
thing.
it's like, and you see the struggle with him. It's not like a Schwarzenegger or Stallone.
Where they're just literally going,
literally, and
stick around. You know,
he takes one out, and it's a scuffle. It's not just.
I mean, really, he wants some shoes.
Yeah, that's all he's got. Yeah, he hasn't got his shoes on.
Yeah.
And he hurts his shoes. Now, the downside to this is multiple times that you see his fake feet.
Yeah.
That are basically small Wellington boots that are feet.
Yeah.
And it's quite hilariously to see because he's got a massive gap around his ankle.
Like if you had Chewbacca's feet and you shaved them. Almost. Sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like
Hobbit feet.
Yeah.
They were Hobbit feet.
Yeah.
Really, wasn't it? Before Hobbits were around.
Hobbit
movie.
But I mean, it's not noticeable, is it? It is if you're looking for it.
Only a couple of times.
If you were just watching that first thing,
you'd never notice it. You'd never notice it. Never. So he goes on, takes them out one by one, and
sends the terrorist little messages.
Yeah.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho ho ho.
Obviously, but he tries to get out. He's when he contacts the police externally, and they come and they switch it off, and he's like, "No!" He's shouting out the window.
Who's driving this car? Stevie fucking Wonder.
And then is it Roy? Isn't it Roy? His name?
Well, he calls him.
He calls him Roy, doesn't he?
Yeah, he calls Bruce Willis Roy.
Yeah,
because they talk about the cowboy thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So obviously this cop turns up, and he obviously there's nothing gone wrong at the Nakatomi Plaza in theory.
A couple of terrorists been killed.
Yeah, and then he reverses out. McClane throws a dead body out the window onto the car.
Shoots the fucking car to shit.
No, he doesn't. That's one of the terrorists.
Is it? I'm pretty sure he shoots
No,
it.
it's one of the terrorists.
Let us know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure it's fucking John McClane.
One of the terrorists.
Because then he goes, "Welcome to the party, pal." Why would he say that if like?
Yeah, but he doesn't shoot. It's one of the terrorists because the terrorist breaks the window and shoots him with the big machine gun.
I bet you was John McClane. All right.
It's one of the fucking terrorists.
And it's smaller feet than his sister.
It's not.
It certainly is.
So, right, another one hits up in the comics. When he gets the trainers on from the first guy that he kills...
Out of the hundreds of terrorists I had to kill the one with smaller feet than my sister. Sister.
We'll see. We'll see on that.
We certainly will, you little pecker.
So he goes on, he's fighting them all individually. Next thing, big team of cops turn up outside. He's on the radio to the other cop. Then the FBI turn up because shit is getting out of hand.
Yeah, but the captain as well, he's fucking incompetent. He doesn't know what's going on.
The captain's a prick.
Yeah.
He truly is the essence of American cop prick.
Yeah.
So...
Like, look at me, I've got a badge.
Yeah, look at me.
I'm in control, but he's clearly not in control.
He's deputy something.
Deputy dog.
Deputy dog. But he tries to take the control situation. Doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
FBI step in. It still doesn't work.
No.
The FBI stepping in. It's all down to McClane.
Yeah.
McClane is the one and only guy.
He's the guy on the inside.
Yeah, that's taking him out one by one. Then
quite successfully as well.
Yeah, as well. To say he's only just.
It's not like he's been caught and
he's
been tortured and he gets away and then
they
catch him again and then. Do you know what I mean?
Plain old New York City streetcar. So he finally comes head to head with Hans Gruber. Hans Gruber puts on the weirdest American accent in the world.
Yeah, I've done that bit anyway. Yeah, and he takes a name from
the board.
Yeah,
and he clocks it straight away.
Yeah, gives him a gun that's not loaded.
Yeah, he tries to shoot him. He's like, "I know who you were." Goes on and obviously ends up. Hans Gruber falls from the building.
Yeah. Well, you forgot the bomb bit on the roof.
On the bomb on the roof, which is bloody good because they made that out of a model.
Yeah, and I never knew that. It looked real.
No,
it looked like,
it was really good. It was really good how they did it because they made the model of Nakatomi Plaza.
And a lot of model things, like, you look at it and go, that's just a model.
And that's a model, but it didn't. It looked all right.
Real, yeah.
And that I mean, that's...
And the helicopter as well, wasn't it? Was that like a model or something?
It was a model as well, yeah. Because they had it on a string, so when it blew up and it swung down. It was really... I mean, it was taken on a chance. It was written... As they were filming it, they were writing it.
It was also based on a book.
It was based on a book, which...
or a trilogy of books or something.
But who was it that played him first?
Was it Charlton Heston?
No, it's he's in fucking Cannonball Run too. Yeah, he's the not Bob Hope, is it? Is it Bob Hope?
Can't think.
No,
been a while since it's been Cannonball Run 2. The only thing I can remember from Cannonball Run is come now, JJ. Captain Chaos.
No, what's his bloody name? Right, I can't remember. I will find out.
Just like
he's the singer. He's the singer.
And he shot the girl. Anyway, what?
He was in the original Ocean's 11.
Not seen that in years either.
I'll remember it.
I wouldn't dwell on it.
No. So anyway, it was based on a book. And the original film was made. And they wanted him to make a sequel, but it took him too long to write the sequel. But it was about a 60-odd-year-old man who lets his daughter go from the top of a building.
Which
is weird, wasn't it? And then, obviously, he becomes to save the day, which they couldn't do because the guy was too old who played him in the original film. So they start searching for, like, the new action star. They went through Stallone, Schwarzenegger, all the same people. Nobody wants to
I don't think it would have worked if it had them.
But it wouldn't. But a lot of films are like that, though. When you see these movies and you actually realise how many people they went through to begin with before they got to the person,
the guy who actually did
it, it would have never been right.
Yeah,
it's
or
like,
would it? You don't know.
But, all right,
I'm sure there's parallel universes out there that have a Die Hard with Arnie.
All right, would Will Smith play a good Neo in Matrix? No, I can't see that because he fucking...
You know why? Because he'd make a song about it.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, Matrix style. That's right, yeah. Is it real or is it not? Like he did with the Lizard film. Wild Wild West. Fucking Men in Black. Just went on and on.
Matrix.
Woo, yeah, woo.
I just don't think it would have worked with any of them.
Yeah, true. But I think you would be... If it was that, so, if it was someone different, that is what it is.
But this made Bruce Willis. It made him into the action star that he wasn't.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? And
it made him, like, people took seriously.
But it also brought that sense of comedy to action films.
Yeah, and that sarcasm.
Yeah, you'd never seen that before. You'd have Arnie or Stallone mumbling their way through a good action movie. You can't knock the action movies they were in.
He doesn't really have one-liners either. He's got yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. But most of his dialogue is actually either talking to the cop or talking to the terrorist.
Yeah, or you see
or
that,
he's talking to himself.
And that in that narcissist kind of psychotic way when he laughed and like when he does something, which is absolutely quality.
I like it when he's in the air vent shaft. He's like, come on, let's get together, have a few laughs, have a few drinks, like that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. He really does pull this part together, and I think that's what makes Die Hard such a go-to kind of action movie.
Yeah.
And it, like I said, it is that Christmas movie. It runs the theme of Christmas all the way through. I'm gonna yawn.
You're gonna yawn.
Sorry about that.
You're not.
But it stands alone away from them other action movies. As much as it's got guns, explosions, yada yada, it is still that bog standard normal guy.
Cops and robbers.
Yeah, and that's it.
Pretty
It's
much.
that basis of cops and robbers.
Yeah.
And it's very good. It's very good. And especially for a late 80s action movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it was kind of tippering off. 80s that was still sci-fi. We had the action movies in the background like the later Rambos, Commando, Running Man, all those, but it was tapering off at that era.
Yeah,
and
it was becoming more sci-fi action rather than just action.
But Bruce Willis reignited that action era because through the 90s he literally made just action movies, and he turned himself into a star, and it was purely by accident in a way, and it bloody made it, and it really was good. Absolutely top notch.
I do like Bruce Willis. He's funny in Red.
Red is a bloody good film.
And Red 2.
And Red 2 is a good film. But I think that's what set Bruce Willis out from the others, he still looked like a bog standard man. He never got he never got built up. He never got muscly.
Yeah.
He was still that bog standard guy,
the everyday man
that would save the day.
Yeah.
And that's what I really enjoyed about Die Hard. It was very good, and everyone, there was no real crappy part in Die Hard, as much as the German accents were probably the crappiest bit about it. There wasn't any other crappy bits about it. The story flowed quite well, and to say they were only writing 5 pages ahead of filming it, and the mistakes that they made, like when they all turn up in the van at the beginning, and then later on the ambulance comes out of the van. Where the fuck was the ambulance at the beginning? But people didn't notice it, and I thought that was quality. Absolutely quality, and you only realise that when it's like all over, and you're like, where the fuck did the ambulance go? It's absolute quality movie.
They have all the arsenal as well. Like is it a rocket launcher or something?
Yeah, they fucking have everything.
A bazooka or something that they fucking bolt to the ground and that is like fucking hell.
All that all the computer equipment, like oh no, they have the drill that goes into the vault.
Yeah, they got the black guy there. And he's trying to get into the vault.
But you don't see him carrying that shit out.
Yeah. Apart from every so often he's like, oh, it's got through gate 1.
And it's like when you see him running about the building, the black bag that they've got. They all throw the black bag and it's got like 2 magazines in.
Yeah,
isn't it? And it's like when Bruce Willis gets the machine gun. I got a machine gun now. Ho ho ho.
Now I have a machine gun.
But it's like you've got a bag with 2 fucking clips in.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing carrying them bags around? Little odds and sods like that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But for me, it makes a bloody great action movie, and it reinvented action movies from the late 80s into the early 90s, when it tapered off again, and everything kind of tapered off in the 90s.
And it's still that sort of like, let's get an Englishman to be a bad guy.
Yeah. That was the thing about it. I say, like we were saying before, like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Yeah.
Rickman again playing the bad guy.
Yeah.
But
he's acing that.
Yeah, he truly is. He makes.
Shut up, you witch! You're married.
So then we've got Morgan Freeman supposedly playing an Arab.
An Arab, yeah.
But
it works.
Yeah, and you've got like Kevin Costner. That's the word. That's the name I'm looking for.
An American
playing Robin of Locksley.
Christian Slater.
Yeah,
he's in it.
It was weird that you've got these people playing notorious English characters.
Yeah. But they'd always use like an English guy as a bad guy.
Yeah.
Even in See No Evil, Hear No Evil, was it? Was it Kevin Spacey?
No.
He plays a bad guy, he's like got this English voice.
Hear No Evil, See No Evil is with Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder.
Yeah. And he smells the perfume of the woman who's a criminal and that. And she's with Kevin Spacey, is it?
It's not Kevin Spacey.
Pretty sure it's Kevin Spacey.
We'll find out.
We certainly fucking will.
Well,
but he puts on like an English accent as well, sort of thing.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I watched See No Evil.
Same here.
Another good movie. Anyway, Die Hard. So, Die Hard, yeah. All in all, a bloody good film. It's a Christmas movie. I'd probably give Die Hard a 4. As much as I'm not a massive fan of action movies, I love Die Hard.
But they were there, weren't they?
That was it. I mean, it was also like growing up era.
That's what I mean. They were just
there. Like Commando, the later Rambos. Even though early Rambo is the best, the later
First
Rambos
Blood's
was
the best.
No, First Blood is amazing. I love that movie.
Where you going, soldier? I was just walking through.
I want something to eat. The cafe 30 miles out. 30 miles?
Yeah, you heard me. 30 miles.
This town don't want people like you.
Yeah. But I mean, he broke the mould. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he definitely did. He brought in normal guy.
Just it was sort of like just to show that, like, you don't have to be Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, you don't have to be
or
built
Sly Stallone to be like built like fuck to take out the bad guys.
But they were monster men.
Yeah.
In reality, no guy was ever like that. Yeah. It's like when Van Damme came in. Van Damme was ripped, but he was a midget.
Yeah.
And it was like
that's why he always wears high heels, like cowboy boots and things like that.
Yeah, make him look taller.
Mel Gibson's the same.
But
always
Mel
wears
Gibson,
cowboy boots.
But Mel Gibson was also that era of breaking the mold. He was slightly buff, but he wasn't ripped like you saw the other guys.
No.
But definitely. But yeah, Bruce Willis, I enjoy him as an action star. Absolute fantastic action star. I'd definitely give it a 4. It's a lovely Christmas movie. Movie? Good action. Story's easy to follow.
Yeah.
like I said, probably the worst bit about it is the German accents, but you can deal with
especially
that.
when Alan Rickman says, like, shoot the glass.
Yeah, in German.
In German,
Clearly
but the German guy
understand
doesn't understand it, so he goes,
Yeah.
shoot the glass.
You can kill it. You can. What does he say about his brother as well? Stick to the plan, innit?
Yeah.
Oh God. But yeah, I'd give it a 4. What do you give it?
I'd agree with you on that
Oh,
one. I'd give it a 4.
Christ
A
almighty,
4,
you
yeah.
agreed with me.
Yeah.
There's a change
Oh,
there.
maybe I'll change my mind now. No, a 4, because, it was, not being biased, but it's always been there.
It's a consistent movie. It never, and it doesn't age.
Yeah,
Some of them.
I didn't like the third one when it come out, but as I've
Yeah,
got
with
older,
vengeance.
I can see it's like it works sort of thing. I can see it like where it was trying to go, like let's take him out onto the street sort of now.
But I think
put him in a
3
city rather
is
than
where it
just
ends.
in an airport or in a building.
After 3,
After 3 doesn't work.
Keep yawning, I apologise. So, yeah, after 3 doesn't work at all.
No.
So stick to the original trilogy. We seem to say that a lot though, don't we? When we like specific movies, it's the original trilogy that we
Yeah,
like.
but the third one was quite late. I think it was 97 or something. It was quite late on, the third one. There was a bit of a gap.
Die Hard 2 was like 91. I'm pretty sure Die Hard 2 was 91. I'm pretty sure Die Hard 3 was 94. I'm done. No, because because the only reason I remember it
Because you had the game.
yeah, because me and Pop both got a Sega Saturn, right? Like, Pop is a friend of ours. And he'll probably like that because that's a shout out right there.
Yeah. Even though he didn't shout us out on the radio.
Yes. You know what we're talking about.
You. Svinehouse.
Yeah. But me and Pop had the same game and we had the Sega Saturn. It was out on the Sega Saturn and it was the Die Hard trilogy game.
Yeah. Because you got to drive the
drive
taxi
the
round.
taxi
Yeah.
in the airport.
I'm thinking 94 was a bit early. But anyway, I'll check that out later.
Definitely find that out.
But yeah, a 4.
Right, cool.
Yeah.
We actually fucking agree for once. That's probably the first time we've
No,
agreed.
it's not. We've agreed before.
We
You
haven't.
just forgot it with your fucking
Jesus
meningitis.
Christ. Anyway, so if you agree or disagree, hit us up in the comments below. If you haven't already, please subscribe and smash that like button.
Smash it hard.
I've been Anthony.
And I've been Neil.
And remember,
Hail the vegans!